You'd never ignore a cry for help from someone you love. So why do we dismiss the whispers and sometimes screams of our own body? Your pelvis, that sacred, often overlooked part of you, has stories to tell. And today, it might be trying to tell you something you've never considered before. That your relationship with money could be affecting your pelvic health. Yes, truly. In this episode of I Love Me, the podcast, we're exploring the surprising and powerful link between our pelvis and our prosperity. Because what's going on financially isn't just a numbers game. It's deeply emotional, profoundly physical, and rooted in how supported we feel.
Love, 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 I love me.
Simple, inspiring lessons in self-love. Hey gorgeous, it's Tamara here. As a self-love therapist and women's pelvic health specialist, I'm endlessly fascinated by the body's wisdom, the way it speaks to us, not through language, but through sensation, symptom, tension. The body doesn't lie. It simply reflects what's happening in our inner world, especially the things we're not quite ready to face. And one of the most powerful messengers? The pelvis. This part of our body is deeply tied to our sense of safety, belonging, creativity, sensuality, and also money. If that sounds like a stretch, stay with me. Let's talk about what happens when life feels uncertain, especially financially. Have you ever noticed your lower back aching when you're stressed about money? That creeping tension that just won't go away. In my work with women, I've seen this connection time and time again. The lower back and pelvic region, our body's foundation, is where we hold the weight of feeling unsupported. And when we don't feel supported by life, by love, or by money, that shows up physically. Your pelvis is your power base. It's the literal and energetic seat of your stability. So when money stress creeps in, when we're worrying about bills or afraid to leave a relationship because of finances, or simply ignoring our bank account altogether, your body knows, and your pelvis responds. Sometimes with a whisper, sometimes with a scream. Pelvic pain, tension, prolapse, incontinence, heavy periods, back pain. These symptoms are not random. They're messengers. And here's the fascinating part. In energy medicine, our pelvis houses the first two chakras, the root and sacral chakras. The root chakra sits at the base of the spine and governs our survival needs, like food, shelter, and yes, money. When this chakra is out of balance, we can feel anxious, unsafe, stuck in scarcity, and our pelvis might feel tight, heavy, or out of alignment. Then there's the sacral chakra, located just below the belly button. This one governs our sexuality, creativity, relationships, and our ability to receive pleasure, including financial pleasure. Blocked sacral energy can show up as reproductive issues, pelvic numbness, emotional repression, or compulsive behaviors like overspending. Now, even if chakras aren't really your thing, you don't have to believe in energy centers to know that when you feel unsupported financially, your whole body tightens. We can physically feel that. Here's what I see over and over in my clients I work with. Women who experience pelvic health issues often have one common thread: some form of stress, fear, or imbalance around money. Maybe they were raised to believe money doesn't grow on trees. Maybe they avoid looking at their bank account. Maybe they feel trapped in a job or relationship they can't afford to leave. Maybe they're doing all the right things, but deep down don't feel worthy of financial abundance. And that unworthiness, it lodges itself in the body. It speaks through the pelvis. So if you've been dealing with pelvic issues, from painful periods to prolapse, fibroids, or even just a general disconnection from this part of your body, and nothing seems to shift it, this might be the piece you've been missing. Because here's the truth. Until we feel supported by life and by money, we can't fully heal. Now, of course, the physical work is important. That's why I teach yoga for the vagina and pelvic steaming. These are beautiful grounding tools that reconnect you with your body and start to bring you into a space where you're more able to listen to what your body is telling you. Because without addressing the emotional and energetic root cause, often around money, the symptoms often return. So, what do? We begin by looking at our beliefs, because most of what we believe about money, we inherited. These beliefs were passed down, conditioned, and they're generally not true. The type of beliefs I'm talking about here is like, money is hard to come by. I'm bad with money. Rich people are greedy. I'm not allowed to want more. I'm not worthy of more. Or even, it's not spiritual to have money. These beliefs block our energy flow and, yes, our pelvic health. So start small. Start with awareness. Ask yourself, what do I believe about money? And are those beliefs really mine? Then gently begin to soften them. Replace them with something more loving, more abundant. Something like, there's plenty more where that came from. I'm safe to receive. I deserve to feel supported by life. Because when you begin to feel safe with money and you begin to feel worthy of support, your body responds. Your pelvis begins to soften. And true healing, deep, embodied healing, becomes possible. If this resonates with you and you want help doing that inner healing work, my Money and Me course is a loving, playful deep dive into transforming your relationship with money so your pelvis and your entire life can finally exhale. I'll pop a link in the show notes. You may also like to have a listen to episode 51, Don't Hate Money, Date Money, which will give you a really nice introductory to what I share in that program. Because you deserve to feel held. You deserve to feel safe. And you deserve a love-rich, pleasure-filled, abundant life. Until next time, take a deep breath, place a hand on your pelvis and say it with me. I am supported. I am safe. I am worthy of abundance.